Lala Milan and the rise of the masculine woman. Lala Milan hopped on the podcast recently and said some absolutely wild stuff about the father of her child. We understand that Lala is a self-made, successful, highly assertive woman. She's probably a millionaire from being an online comedian, so we'll give her that. I also find her very hilarious. All right, let's check this clip out.
Same time, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad because, as far as I'm concerned, I already dated a woman. Okay.
What? When? When you did? You did? Wait. When was this?
I actually, my kid is, I had my baby mama. Yes, child. It wasn't actually a woman, but the characteristics and stuff, like that. You get what I'm saying? What? Ain't no. Listen, feminine men exist. You know what I'm saying? So with that, it's one of those things to where I was like, it might not be that bad because I was already in a a freaking, I was already homo. Okay.
Okay, hold up. She's saying this in front of her son. She has her son in her hands right now, and she is speaking about this young boy's father, calling him feminine, referring to him as a baby mother, saying that she was already homo. She's holding her son right now, and we know kids listen to everything. This kid seems like he's a couple of years old. He can interpret what she's saying right now. Is she considering the effect that what she's saying right now is going to have on her son? And then in addition to that, we have this woman in the back of the room who appears to be a member of the LGBTQ plus pound community. So I'm really just confused. I'm so confused right now.
So I'm just like, maybe it won't be that bad. But the only thing is, I'm just not used to having a detachable and detachable thing. So that's my only thing. But
That's so
it won't
unfortunate.
be the first time that I've dealt with that.
Common chat. She's messy.
That's so unfortunate to say that in front of your son about his father. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even getting into whether it's true or not yet. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. But the fact that she's saying this in front of her child, his brain is not even fully developed yet, and she's talking about feminine men exist. Okay, do you want your son to grow up to be a feminine man that you seem to be resentful towards right now? I'm so confused about this.
That's what stand up is, right?
Yeah. My mouth dropped.
This is for entertainment purposes, but I will definitely say that
This is
on
not
the
the only
stage.
clip I'm going to play. I got another clip right now. Hold up.
Man, you don't know about no basketball. She like, what? I like the way you dunk. She was shooting her shot. So I'm like, man,
She
you
was
don't know
shooting
about
her
no
shot,
basketball.
y'all.
She like, what? I like the way you dunk. And it really just went from there, man. But funny. No, I didn't shoot my shot first. She hates when I say this. I don't slide in nobody's DMs. I don't. All right, so bam, October 14th, I had a screenshot put in my close friend because I'm like, this supposed to mean knowing damn well she don't hoop. She gonna put the fire. So let me show y'all the video. Why would I post it for the public? Like this for the close friends to see. That was in 2021. I screenshot. I was like, come on, man. She don't know about damn basketball. She wouldn't have kept scrolling because you want to know what she told me? She said no matter what I posted that day, she was going to comment fire emoji. She said I could have been eating cookies. She would exactly comment. She said she was going to put the fire emoji anyway. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I don't slide nobody DMs, man. I be chilling. Nah.
All right, so here's the thing. They both admit to the fact that Lala was the initiator of the relationship because she slid in his DMs. He's showing the receipts. That automatically places her in a masculine role. She's the pursuer because it's feminine energy to receive, correct? So based on this, she already inadvertently set a precedent that put her in a leadership role in her relationship. Now she's using this to publicly embarrass this man. Call feminine. but she doesn't realize that it also displays her level of masculinity. She is subconsciously admitting to us that she was the man of that relationship. And like I said, we know she's super successful professionally, but this also forces women into a masculine role because, I mean, she probably got more money than Tyler, right? So I understand that the whole thing, if you can't trust a man to lead, then you can't allow him to lead or whatever the case may be. But as a woman, you're still stepping into a leadership role unconsciously. But they often paint it like they're doing it out of necessity. But here's a clear example of a woman choosing a feminine man and purposely taking a masculine role only to flip the tables and use that same dynamic to embarrass and shame this man.
How did she get somebody like him? Another thing in the black community is that everything is based off of what people deem to be a look. I might not be the prettiest, but every who I've had is fine as fuck. And they've always said that no matter who I get with. But you see, women who they deem as the finest and the ones who they be like, oh, they belong together or things like that, when they just judge it straight off of looks, those are the same exact ones who men will get with and dog them out. You know why? Because they're only with them for their looks. They are with them for the look of what their friends think. They're with them for the look of it being popularity. They're with them for the look of what society tells them they should go after. And most of the time they dog them out for a smut looking girl, quote unquote, a quote unquote ugly looking girl, as people like to call people. You know why? Because they're not even satisfied with the girls who everybody else think that they should be with. I hate that for everybody. How anybody gonna ask how I got him when they don't know me? And let's be clear, honey, he does. He finds me attractive physically, but that's not what keeps him here. There's so many other things outside of my physical that keeps him here. Honey, I'm an amazing. Y'all know me. Everything I touch turn gold. Anybody who I'm with, I add value. Honey, the way that I treat my man when I'm with him. Yeah. Okay. I don't see who I'm with.
I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, she sounds super masculine right now, for real. She's how did I get him? Why is it not how did he get you? How did he pursue you and attain you? You're literally saying that this man is the prize to you.
Add value. Honey, the way that I treat my man when I'm with him. Yeah. Okay. I don't I don't need a man for nothing. I add
I
to what
don't
he
need a
got
man
going
for
on.
nothing.
Whatever he does for me is a bonus. I'm not gonna lie. I'm different. And I can confidently can I talk my shit? Cause what? And it's always ducks talking about how. The fuck you mean how? Sis? Take a page out of my book and maybe you could get you a dude instead of you being so negative and bitter, focusing on somebody's looks. If we going off of looks, you shouldn't be talking at all. Are you dumb?
Okay, so let's understand by Lala pursuing him, she signaled to him that that he was the one who was being won. He's the prize, right? That's what she's signaling to him. If we continue down this path, right, and all of these women who we see getting down on one knee and proposing to men and approaching men in public, shooting their shot, right, understand that the end result of that is that men are going to develop a more feminine mentality. And the gender role reversal will start to be completed if it's not completed already. All right. She's saying, and a lot of women say this, right? She don't need a man for nothing. That's obvious because if you really think about it, you are your own man. I'm not trying to be disrespectful and her man, okay? But she is her own man. This is the reason you don't need a man because you are feeling the masculine role even for yourself, which is cool. But I could sense the resentment that she feels about the shift in roles with Tyler. But she initiated it and she's seen it. Dominance is masculine. If a masculine man experiences dominance from a woman, they'll either bump heads and just fight nonstop, right? He'll puff up and challenge her like she's a man, right? Because you're presenting yourself as a man, or he's going to become very passive to keep the peace, which is feminine. Masculine men need to feel needed. They need to feel needed in order to feel comfortable and secure in their leadership role. their provider role in regards to this particular woman. Being with a masculine woman shuts down a man's masculinity. It shuts down their drive. Or they'll just fight all the time, like I said. And this is just not a peaceful life. You know what I'm saying? All right, here's another clip.
Okay. So somebody said I'm screaming because why the water bottle look like him? Shut up. Y'all are dumb.
Told you.
She probably played too much.
Not you spell Harvard like that. Why would you spell Harvard Harverd?
He seemed like he a little bit annoyed by her.
You know what? I don't even want to do a match.
I'm definitely
no more.
not sensing like a high level of attraction.
I need a dry erase board and a marker, baby. Cause
I'm just finna go like on my live. You go on your live?
You leaving me?
Yeah, I'm out, man.
You said you would never leave me. Why?
I know she playing, but this ain't cute at all. See, this is what happens when a woman takes a leadership role and she becomes the pursuer, right? She's shooting her shot at him. She's courting him, right? It kills the attraction, right? It suspends the tension. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think he like is that attracted to her. I don't know. So I'm wondering if men are just naturally more feminine today, or if this is an unnatural adaptation to the rise of masculinity in women. Because women are occupying a more masculine space today. All right? Since the 1950s. We know the whole story. If every woman wants to be a boss chick now, right, then naturally you're going to have more stay-at-home husbands, right? More stay-at-home boyfriends. Because the laws of attraction are still in effect. Relationships require polarity. Opposites attract. Feminine attracts masculine and vice versa. This is not about sexual orientation necessarily. Even in same-sex relationships, the masculine and the feminine always tends to manifest itself. So y'all let me know what you think about this, okay? If a woman approaches a man, right, and she's taking the initiative, she's taking the lead in the beginning of the relationship, does this automatically relinquish her right to complain about this man once she starts to develop a feminine mindset or a feminine nature in response to this? All right, you know, the kind of guy who just never would try to take the lead because you have already taken the lead. Also, are we seeing a generation of men who are feminized by nature? Is this some type of unnatural response to the rise of masculinity in women? Have these men been feminized by women who just don't want to take their hands off the wheel? You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, are the men who are attracted to these women with masculine identities, are they straight? I don't know how to say this. You know what I'm saying? I know it was a weird thought, but you know, it's interesting to me. I'm not really sure. Lastly, can a woman turn femininity off and on like it's a switch? Okay? Like she's a boss at work, she's a boss in the boardroom, but some kind of way she could be submissive to her husband? Is this possible?